Hello, 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 and welcome. Hello, welcome to the session. I'm Kat Miller. If we haven't met before, in this session, I'm going to be sharing with you the elegant way, the most elegant way to sign up more dream clients. So I'm so happy you're here. Before we dive in, just drop the letter Y for yes in the chat box right now, in the comments right now. If you can see me okay, if you can hear me okay, I just want to make sure that I'm coming through okay, because I can't always see it straight away. So just drop a Y if you can see me and hear me okay. Drop it, hashtag live if you're here live. Drop a hashtag live. I know I've got some really amazing loyal people that show up here live every week. So welcome, and just drop a hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Now, I have a theory about you, and the theory is this. My theory is that you have a product or program or service that is really valuable to other people. Just drop a V for valuable. If you have something of value that you know can help people, just drop a V for value. If you've got something valuable that you know can help people. Hello there, thanks for joining, so drop a V if you have a product or program or service that you know can help people. And if you'd like to be able to influence more people to actually buy what it is that you offer, so they can improve their lives, so they can improve the quality of their lives, so that you can really make a difference in their lives and in more people's lives, so you can make a bigger difference in the world, and so that they can improve their life. Sorry, bug flying around. Then you're in the right place. Because if you've got something valuable to offer, then obviously if you're marketing and you're getting that out there in the world, there comes a point where you want to have a conversation and you want to be able to offer that to someone in a way that feels elegant and not pushy, manipulative, slimy, gross. Has anybody had those conversations before where someone is trying to sell something to you and you just feel like, ugh? So sales gets a little bit of a bad rap because we've probably all been in situations where someone's tried to sell to us in a way that wasn't elegant. And so tonight I really want to unpack what elegant influence is and how you can use this to sign up more of your dream clients. Your engagement, by the way, those of you who are on here live and watching the replay, your engagement really helps. It helps this video to go out and be notified out, so more people are notified about the video out there in the community. It also helps us create a more interactive experience, so it's not just me talking. So it's really awesome to have you on here. Hi Jody, hi Trish, hi Donna, hi Heather. It's great to have you all on here. So please do engage in the session because it helps you also retain what you're learning. And when you engage, more people get notified. So I'm giving away a prize to one winner tonight. And the prize is a mini marketing makeover. So last week's session, the prize goes to Adriana Podruska, and I'm so sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. So congrats, Adriana, and thank you so much for engaging on the live last week. Just drop me a message, Adriana, and I will arrange your mini marketing makeover. So let's dive into the most elegant way to sign up more dream clients. I've also created a worksheet that goes with this training to support you. So I lay it out for you. I don't put everything in that worksheet, but it is a bit of a guideline. So please do take notes as well. But just type the word worksheet right now into the comments if you would like me to send you that, and I'll get that to you. If you're watching this on my page or on YouTube, just email me the word worksheet to info@katmiller.com. Otherwise, if you're here, just pop it in the comments now. So would you agree that there are some people who draw you in a sales conversation and seem to be able to effortlessly inspire you, and there are other people who push you away? Would you agree that there's kind of these two types of people? And if you want to sign up more clients, there is one approach that's guaranteed to get you more success than anything else. And this approach was first discovered and written about 2,300 years ago. And it's been backed by science. It's been written about a lot since then, and it's really stood the test of time. For years, I noticed that there were certain sales techniques that were really off-putting. And when I was in those sales conversations, felt kind of stressed, like I felt nervous, I felt pressured. And I don't know if you've experienced this before, but you just feel so frustrated because the person's not really listening to you. It doesn't feel like the person's caring about you, and it's definitely put me off. And I didn't really know why. I kind of thought it maybe was their personality, or was some kind of traditional sales techniques or tactics that they were following, but it didn't feel good. Just give me a Y for yes in the comments if you've ever had that experience where it just does not feel good. Hi, Philip. Good to have you here. Hi, Pauline. And there are other people that are a joy to have a sales conversation with, and it was a beautiful experience. I remember signing up to a course once at the back of the room in a hotel once where I didn't intend to go and buy anything, but the guy on stage was so engaging and the program was so appealing and such a no-brainer that it was such a joy to fill out that clipboard. I still had a sense of nervousness, but to fill out that clipboard and put my credit card number, I just remember the joy, the inspiration, the excitement to join this program. So there's definitely people that draw you in and do it in an elegant way, and people that do it in a way that feels really icky. And I realized that I really wanted to learn how to sell in this way. I wanted to learn how to do it in a way, because I had a lot of conditioning, a lot of resistance to selling. And I know a lot of us have been burned or put off by a salesperson, and most of us don't want to be that person. So I decided to go on a bit of a quest to learn sales in a way that felt inspiring, that felt good for me and for the other person, that feels more like a coaching conversation. It feels like a beautiful, empowering experience. And now I never feel like I'm selling. I feel like I'm just having a beautiful conversation, because I'm not trying to convince someone. I'm not trying to change someone's mind. I'm literally holding space for someone to see whether it's the right match for them, and holding that space while they make a significant buying decision. Because maybe think about a recent time where you've bought something. Maybe you've bought a new outfit or a new car or a holiday, or you've bought a business program. Think of something that you've bought that you love, that you're so grateful for. Like, think of that moment of transaction. And you're so grateful that you transacted because you really wanted that thing that you're buying. That's the feeling that we want people to have when they sign up for our programs and services. So we've got to remember that somewhere in the future of every single human being that we speak to is this vision of the person they want to be. In their imagination, there's an identity that they want to be. And your job is to show them, if you're able to help them to get that identity, that future that they have in their mind is possible, and that you have a system, a process, a path that makes it possible, because you've walked that path and you're now the guide in their hero's journey to help them navigate all the tricky parts of the journey. So when I realized this big contrast in sales, I really went on this quest to understand human behavior, to understand influence and what it is that drives really elegant influence, as opposed to salesy, pushy feeling influence. And I learned that the people who do draw us in, who do make us feel good in that conversation, they are using principles of influence, whether they know it or not. So if you've been in business for a while, I'm sure you understand the importance of influence. What a lot of people don't know is how to actually use elegant influence, how to use influence in a way that's elegant to sign up clients. Because no matter how good you are at what you do, nothing's going to work for you if you don't know how to elegantly influence someone to take action to actually work with you. So my obsession for influence was born out of me being in these stressful sales conversations where I felt really bad. So today I want to share with you 3 things that will allow you to be elegantly influential, so you can sign up more dream clients based on the findings of the inventor of the art of persuasion himself, Aristotle. So Aristotle was a Greek. Sorry, there's an ambulance going past. Perfect timing. He was one of the founders of communication theory, and he wrote a piece called On Rhetoric. where he goes into 3 types of influence, which I'm going to unpack, and how you can use them now, today, in our modern times, to actually apply them to your sales conversations. But before we go into that, for those who haven't met me before, one thing you might not know about me is 6 years ago, I was working as a mindset coach, and people kept asking me, how do you get clients? Before that, I'd been working as a health and weight loss coach for many years, over 10 years. And people just kept saying, how do you get clients? How do you run webinars? How do you always seem to be fully booked with clients? And so I remember one time my friend Jess said, can you just teach me everything you know? And I said, I can, but I don't want to do it one by one, one-to-one, because it would just take me too long. So why don't I run a workshop? And so I made the decision to run this workshop in the little space in Bondi Junction. And I just started teaching people how to influence in their presentations, how to influence in their marketing and in their sales conversation. And so since then, I've helped hundreds of business owners with this, and I have discovered that there's a real problem people have when it comes to signing up clients. And this is that they struggle to sign up clients consistently, and they get stuck when it comes to the sales conversations. And that's why I'm so obsessed with this subject, because if we don't know how to do it in our marketing, in our presentations, in our sales conversations, we can't make the impact that we're here to make. We can't have the freedom that we're here to have. So today I want to share with you just a small piece, because I've found that if you can just start applying these 3 pieces based on the findings of Aristotle, it will make a big difference in your sales conversations. So the reason why you'd want to improve your ability to use elegant influence in your sales conversation is that you'll be able to inspire more people, and you'll be able to get clients whenever you need them. There's a great quote by Peter Cunningham, and he says, you can learn all the knowledge in the world about the changes you want to make, but if you can't influence other people, you will only have frustration to look forward to. It's kind of depressing. Like, if you don't know how to influence people, then you're kind of going out there in the world trying to make your business work, and it's not working. But having these skills gives you certainty that you can attract and sign up clients anytime. So what exactly is elegant influence? Well, influence, according to one definition in the dictionary, is, when it comes to humans, is the capacity to have an effect on someone's character or behavior. So our ability to have an effect on someone's behavior. In other words, how to help someone actually change their mind, how to shift someone's belief so that they take a new action. And when it comes to elegance, one definition in the dictionary talks about elegance as having grace and being pleasant. Having grace and being pleasant. And I'm sure you've had an experience where you've had a sales conversation with someone where they didn't have grace and they weren't pleasant. And think about how that makes you feel. But also think about a conversation you've had where they did make you feel great and how that made you feel. So how do we actually use these principles? So here are powerful ways, 3 powerful ways, and you might want to write these down. So Aristotle believed, when it comes to influence, that there are 3 components. And the first component, the first principle of persuasion, according to Aristotle, is ethos, also known as ethics. So ethics are what we use to build trust. So when we have ethics, when we have integrity in the way we sell, people trust us. Some people sacrifice ethics in order to just make the sale. So maybe that person's not a match. But if they're not in integrity, they will just sign them up anyway, because they're caring more about the money than caring about whether they are the right match for that person. So we've got to be willing to say no to some people that we aren't a definite yes to. And this is an important part of ethos. So some people go for quick fixes, for example, in marketing, like messaging everybody that they know and saying, please buy my stuff, or hey, I've got this product, or like I had one the other day where the lady just went on and on about her product, and I counted, she said the word I 14 times, and she said the word you only once. So she's really, I love this, I'm passionate about this product, and that was just a cold DM on Facebook. So she doesn't know how to elegantly influence, and straight away it just was a turn off. And when I said, no, I'm fine with my products, thank you, she said, well, can I get back to you in 2 months? It was just a really and people don't realize. They don't realize what they're doing. They think they're being great business people. They think they're just being passionate about what they're doing. And maybe they need some kudos for trying. But we don't need to use those quick fixes, or people who go into every single Facebook group and promote themselves here, there, and everywhere. You see them in every Facebook group, and they're just constantly putting their website out there, but not really putting out valuable content. So if you've seen that behavior, I think you know what I mean. So if we want to build trust and stay in business long term, we've got to use ethics. We've got to use ethos. A wise mentor once said to me, your reputation must always come before money. And I've never forgotten that. Reputation over money. So if you want to apply this principle of ethos into your sales conversations, it's about showing up for that person, forgetting about yourself and being fully present with that person, really listening to what they're saying, really caring about what they're saying, making a decision about whether you are the best match for them. And if not, referring them to someone else. That type of behavior comes back to you. You think about the opposite of this, the opposite of ethos, the opposite of ethics. It's using things like fake urgency. You have to decide right now, or the offer's off the table. Using this urgency that's not real, and people can sense it. Not allowing people the space to ponder something. When I'm making a significant buying decision, I was making a significant buying decision recently, I needed that space and time to think about it. And I've been in other conversations where they don't let you think about it. You say, no, it has to be by midnight tonight, or it has to be right on this conversation. It's your only chance. It just doesn't feel good. So you don't have to use those tactics. You can if you want, but you just want to ask yourself, am I operating with ethics that are giving me the result that I want? I've had many people say they're going to think about it, and they've come back to me and said yes. And I'd rather them take their time than feel pressured. Number 2, Aristotle's second tool of influence was pathos. And pathos is the use of emotion. Emotion has so much power to trigger action. We've got to remember that when someone is making a buying decision, a significant buying decision, they are struggling with their hindbrain. Every single person has resistance to spending money until they really understand the value. So when people haven't fully grasped the value yet, you've got to understand they're going to have questions, they might have objections. That's not a no. Often the bravest thing to do is just hold the space. Hold the space while someone processes that emotion. And often, people's stuff comes to the surface in a sales conversation. It just does. My stuff comes to the surface when I'm about to part with tens of thousands of dollars. So I get it. And so we've got to make sure that we're selling the dream. One of my mentors, Tam Tang, he always talks about sell the dream, sell the dream, sell the dream. Don't sell all the features, how long your calls are going to go for, how many modules, how many videos are in your online course, how many group coaching calls they get, how many texts they get a month. Like, all of that's very logical. Pathos is all about emotion, evoking the dream, evoking that vision of who they want to be, reminding them, hey, this is the identity of the person you want to be. You can do it. I have a path to help you. So we want to be able to help people feel inspired to buy. So emotions are powerful, but on the other hand, emotions without logic can make people feel like there's no value. If it's just an emotional overload, people don't feel like there's a path for them, which leads me to the third point, which is logos. And logos is also known as logic or reason. So logic is processed in the left part of the brain. And if we want to influence someone elegantly, we've got to be able to show someone logos by showing them a path, showing them that we've organized our knowledge into a clear system. There's a saying in marketing, people pay for a path. So when you're in a sales conversation, you want to be able to show them a path, show them the steps, show them that there's order. In order to also show logos in our influence abilities, we want to be able to give evidence, stats, facts, data that this stuff works. And so if you don't have heaps of case studies, if you do have case studies, share case studies, tell stories of other people, share results that other people have had. If you're quite new, we can share stats and facts of the principles that you follow. So all of us can use logos in our sales conversations, and we can't skip the step. We need all three of these steps: ethos, pathos, and logos. These have had the ability to influence people throughout the centuries. They are timeless. And if you use these influential principles now, because they're timeless, human behavior hasn't changed much, but if we use them in our conversations now and we apply them in a way that's elegant, this can absolutely influence people to change their life for good. It can absolutely change your life for good, because it means you'll have a fully booked business. And it means that you're able to not worry about where to get clients ever again, because you've developed the skill. Now, obviously, it's one thing to know it, another thing to actually do it. So you might be saying, okay, that makes sense, but how do I actually do it? So this is one piece out of my client attraction formula. And in the formula, there's a whole module called Selling with Soul. And I actually share it in Authentic Sales Script, and I have the whole process and everything that you go through. But today I just wanted to give you those principles that you can think about, those 3 timeless principles, so that you can really fast track your ability to sign up clients consistently. And if you want the whole formula, if you want to know how to do this, if you actually want the script, if you want to have a chat with me about how to do it, just direct message me with the word influence, and we'll have a conversation. I can share with you how you can have the whole formula, so that you know exactly how to do it. I've got a whole questions toolkit, how to start it, how to move people through a really beautiful, enjoyable journey. I share this with my private clients, and we did this in our VIP workshop last weekend, and everybody came out of the breakout rooms saying that was such an enjoyable experience, because it contains enjoyable processes. There's nothing pushy, there's nothing icky about it at all. So if you feel like you resonate with what I'm saying, if you share, I guess, common beliefs as me when it comes to selling, just direct message me the word influence, or just pop it in the comments now, and I'll just message you and we'll have a conversation. Because a lot of people have found this has absolutely changed the game for them in business. As soon as they understand how this whole thing works, how to sell with soul, they've been so excited to get on calls as opposed to dreading it. And they've actually found that they've been able to 2, 3, even 5 times their clients, because they're so motivated to do more marketing. They fall in love with marketing because they're so excited to get people on these strategy sessions. So I hope this has been helpful. Just drop a comment in the chat box if this has been helpful. Thank you for all the beautiful comments here. I really appreciate it. Merry Christmas, Pauline. And what's been the most helpful for you? Did anything stand out for you? Just pop in the comments. Did anything jump out at you? Was there anything that you think, yeah, that's really cool, that's something I'm going to do, that's something I'm going to remember? And maybe one of the 3 you think, oh, I'm really good at logic, but maybe I need to really work a bit on emotion, or maybe I am rushing people, or maybe I am signing up some clients that feel a little bit like no clients, and I had that intuition but I ignored it. So if you think about those 3 areas, what's one action that you'd like to apply when it comes to your influence strategy? Because I always want this to be actionable and practical. So it's not just a nice idea, but you can actually take it and run with it. So please think of one action that you'd like to take based on this. Thank you so much for being here and allowing me to share this important message with you. Don't forget to just to message me the word influence if you'd like to chat further about how I can help you to sign up clients consistently. But in the meantime, until we meet again, keep sharing, keep shining, and remember the world is waiting for your words. The world is waiting for your words, my friends. So take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.